What's going on today, guys? All right, so I talk about monsteras all the time, but today I want to talk about 5 common mistakes that we all make when we first get into monsteras. Let's go ahead and kick things off. Number 1, overwatering. Monsteras do not like to sit in wet soil. For that matter, no plant likes to. Okay, so the best thing I could tell you to do when watering your plants, check your plants and make sure they need to be watered, number 1. Number 2 is if you are running into a problem that you water your plants on Monday, and let's just say the moisture is still in there on Friday, that's not good. Your plant shouldn't be just as wet on Monday, shouldn't be just as wet on Friday as it was on Monday. That means 2 things. Either you're overwatering or your soil needs to be changed out. Remember, we don't want that peat moss sitting inside of that pot. Okay, now I do have self-watering pots that I did get from the store that these plants was already in here, and I have not swapped that out. That's the only time that I say, hey, you can leave whatever you bought your plant in until it's time to repot that plant. Once it's time to repot it, we're gonna put that plant in a nice mix, but we'll get to that later. Let's just focus on the watering part. You take your finger, you take your wooden stick, whatever that you have, place it inside about 2 or 3 inches down. Pull it out or pull your finger out. See what it looks like. If it's completely dry, it's time for some water. You pull it out and it's still wet, damp, it doesn't need any more water, okay? Number 2, not giving it enough light. You knew what you signed up for when you bought this plant. You wanted a big plant. Let's just be for real. You wanted something that was just gonna be grand, that was just gonna own the room. Okay, now that you got it, you need to make sure you provide what it needs, and it definitely needs light. Monsteras are my greediest plants when it comes to light. They just want it all. I have to give them 8 to 12 hours of grow light, and this is in addition to the light that comes in from the windows that are behind you to shine in. The sun even directly hits them for about 20 minutes a day. So what I'm saying is that these plants are hungry for light. If you don't provide them any light, they will not grow for you. They'll grow because they will grow, but you won't be getting a thriving plant. You won't be getting no monstera, no monster with that monstera. You might just get a stera. You know what I mean? All right, so how do we correct that? Make sure you have light by that plant or get you a grow light. If you don't have no window light, get you a grow light. That's what I use. That's what I use. There's nothing wrong with it. Number 3, aerial roots. Most people ignore aerial roots. If you don't know what aerial roots are, look on the stem of your plant when it's growing and you see those little bumps. I don't have any on here. Let's see here. This is my Monstera Sinai Aora. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I'll put it down at the bottom just to make sure. These are nodes right here. I don't know if you can see that. This is what we call a node. Okay? You want to make sure these nodes, which is time for me to do this as well. You want to make sure these nodes go against here. So that way these nodes do eventually turn into area roots, and these area roots are going to be able to attach to that moss. Make sure your area roots have something to attach to, whether it's ground or whether it's moss pole. That's as clear as I could be. All right. Number 4, not pruning your plant. Listen, if a leaf is bad on that plant, get rid of it. If your plant is growing real leggy, just real viney, just a vine growing, get rid of it. If the plant has anything bad going on, cut it off and get rid of it. If a plant turns yellow, the leaf turn yellow, it is not going to turn back green again. She has gone to the streets. Go with something else, okay? Cut it off, keep it moving. Your plant will thank you. The growth will come back. I can personally tell you, I used to be so afraid to cut any of my plants because my plants just keep getting smaller. Well, first of all, you have to keep cutting your plants because you're doing something wrong. That's a dead giveaway. Number 2 is you're even more wrong for ignoring the mistake just because you want your plant to be big. Does it matter that your plant is big but one step away from dying? Or do you want a small or medium-sized plant that's actually thriving? Because they are going to be able to get big. And you know what happens with a healthy plant when they get big? You can make 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of them. I mean, you possibly could sell them. if you're into that type of thing, which I need to find out because I can make some more money. You know what I mean? All right, so now let's get to the fifth and final talk today. Not being a good supporter. Yep, I'm talking to you. Not being a good supporter is one sure way to kill your monstera. That is a very common mistake that I see everybody do. Not being a good supporter really sums up every single thing that I've been talking about. When I'm talking about being a good supporter, it means being there for your plant. Your plant thirsty? Give it water. Your plant needs to be repotted? Repot it. Your plant needs to be trimmed? Trim it. Your plant needs to be moved? Move it. If your plant need company, get another plant. All I'm saying is you can't just buy the plant, set it down, give it some water, and expect it to do good. Do your research. I can't tell you how many Monstera books that I bought. Actually, it was 2. But I bought like 5 or 6 different plant books that had Monsteras mentioned in them. But just specifically on Monsteras, I can't tell you how great it was to actually go through that book, take a read. I know what you're saying is like, oh, a book is played out. You can Google. And guess what? I don't have a reason to lie to you. But sometimes just listening to what somebody is saying, going out and doing it is the worst thing that you could do for your plants. Even the advice I tell you, I always disclose to you, people have different humidity. And number 2, people have different care. My idea for caring a plant may be totally different from the way that you care for a plant. It took me a whole year into the plant game for me to realize that you're not supposed to put cold water on a plant when you water them. I'm just saying, and I thought that nobody couldn't tell me anything, that I couldn't be touched. And just little simple things like that saved me. It helped out. So do your research. Give your Monstera the type of support that it actually needs, because going off of what somebody else says or just letting it just sit here and see what it do, it's just not enough. Anyway, I hope that this video does help you. Give me a like. Comment down at the bottom, share it, subscribe to me, do what you got to do. Y'all take care.